Hey, this is Amanda from The Fundamental Home, and today is Wednesday, and that means it's Worthy Wednesday, and we are in week 5 of our series of dealing with depression and anxiety. And the first few weeks we talked about my experience with depression and anxiety and how I worked through it. It was basically centered around this dealing with the situation where Ricky had a foodborne illness, and it just caused a lot of stress in my life, which brought about a lot of depression and anxiety. And so the first week we talked about nutrition, exercise, and sleep and how that impacts it. The next week we talked about blocking out those things that are a problem for you and letting them back in slowly, because if you're going to have a healthy life, you need to be able to deal with the difficulties that come, and you can't just block them out all the time. Then we talked about faith and how that helped me to deal with depression and anxiety. And of course, last week we talked about connecting with others, not being in isolation and reaching out. So this week I'm going to talk to you about getting busy. Now, I have in my notes here, because of course I have notes, a couple of things. It goes against what the flesh wants, okay? The last thing you want to do when you're anxious and depressed is do anything. You want to sit and do nothing. You want to just kind of rest your mind and take a break and try to, it's kind of like you think if you shut everything out that it will get better, and it won't. It actually defeats the purpose. I know that some days Ricky, who has a lot of stuff going on in his life, Ricky is a full-time college student and he works 2 jobs. Some days after a long day, he just wants to come home and just crash, right? But there are times that we have different activities going on, and I know recently he was just worn out after a long day, and he said, you know what, I just want to go home. And I said, well, Ricky, we have this thing that we have to go to, and you're just going to have to go. It's just a couple of hours. Just go and just deal with it for a couple hours, and then we'll go home and you can relax. So he went. It was a thing where his friends were, and he was so tired he didn't even want to go hang out with his friends. But he went to this thing where his friends were, and after the 2 hours of hanging out with his friends and getting out there and doing stuff, he said, you know what? I am so glad I went, because I was so worn out and miserable. He said, but I really needed to get out and do something that wasn't work or school. You know, he really needed to be out and about and not be stuck in his little box. And I knew that. Mom knows, right? So that's why I kind of insisted that he went. And it was really good for him. He felt refreshed in a way that was so much better than if he'd have just gone home and taken a nap. I mean, a nap would have refreshed him physically, but it wouldn't have refreshed his spirit. It wouldn't have refreshed his inner self. So getting busy, like I said, even though it kind of goes against what the flesh wants, getting out there and doing things really helps in a way that's different from all the other things that I've already described. Now, getting busy, it's not just hanging out with friends. Sometimes I think the best thing that you can do is actually find something purposeful to do. I know one of the things that really helped me when I was trying to overcome depression and anxiety was my blog and eventually YouTube. Because when I was doing my blog and I was doing things, you know, typing something, I felt like I had a purpose. I felt like I was focusing on something that was completely separate from all the stressors in my life, and it had a goal that it was going to help other people. You know what I mean? It felt like the most important thing in my life, and it got me away from constantly thinking about all of the other stuff on my mind. It was something different. I came very close to getting a part-time job just so I could get out of the house. I didn't, because I got busy on my own part-time job. But I mean, sometimes something like that is all you need to do. I said yesterday, or not yesterday, I said in the last video that you need to connect with others. This isn't necessarily about connecting with others. Yes, there is a component of connecting with others in it, and I do think you need to build some real relationships, and that's important. But this is just doing something. I know a lot of folks have found refreshment for their souls in gardening. And that doesn't involve anyone else. That just involves leaving your house and putting your hands in the dirt and having a purpose. So when I'm talking about getting busy, it's not necessarily going out in the public, although that is often the easiest way to do it. You just need to find something to do that's active and that's purposeful, and it gets your mind off of things. And it really helps. I think one of the reasons gardening helps in particular is because it's such a peaceful activity. You know, you're really connecting with the land, you're growing something that, you know, maybe it's just flowers, but often it's fruits and vegetables that can help you to be healthier, to have better nutrition, all of those other things that we talked about. Sometimes your activity could be something like maybe joining a gym and having a regular gym schedule, which again, that also, a lot of these things work together. You see how that works with the nutrition and the exercise, also connecting with others. But you know, a lot of people I know find peace at the gym because yes, they're getting the exercise, but on top of that, they have a purpose in getting healthier. You know, there's something that they're involved in. There's an activity that's happening that they feel is important, and it gets their mind off of the other things. So, you know, if you were training for, say, a 5K, one year my friends and I did that. We signed up for a 5K, and it was in September, and all through the summer, we trained for the 5K, and I ran a 5K. By God's grace, I did it. So, you know, like I said, getting busy doesn't have to involve others, but it often does. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that's good for your health, although it wouldn't hurt if it was good for your health, you know what I mean? But it should be something purposeful. That's like the main part of it. It should be something that gives you a purpose and makes you feel like you're doing something productive, rather than just constantly spinning those wheels. So in order to find a purpose, you really have to sit back and reflect on what you bring to the table. And this is helpful for you to do kind of an exercise where you think about the things that you're actually good at and ways that you can get busy and help others. So you might have a skill that you could share. You know, there might be something that you've always wanted to do. My dad is a mechanic, and he used to work on old Mustangs. He would, you know, fix them up and repaint them and resell them. And he didn't do it very often because that's a labor of love. You know, it takes a lot of time to do it. But that was something that he enjoyed doing. And so in my youth, I remember my dad doing that. And so it was purposeful. It was something he enjoyed doing, and at the same time, he made a little extra money for the family, and that was nice. So it really just depends on your skill set. So it might be something that you actually are skilled in. Maybe it's something you just want to learn about. I talked about a little while ago in a video about, I think it was called like 30 Random Facts About Me, that I would like to learn to play the violin, and I'm almost 40. So yeah, that's not necessarily something I'm going to do with other people. But it is something that has a purpose. I mean, just me enjoying the instrument is a purpose in and of itself, and something that I've always wanted to do. And if I actually did that, I really need to think about doing that. If I actually did that, you know, just learning it, you just feel so accomplished when you actually are learning something and doing something that you've always wanted to do. So many times we put off those things that we've always wanted to do. And then these times come where we have these difficulties and we don't really have any kind of joy to fall back on. Well, here's your time to get that joy. You're going to learn how to do something you've always wanted to do and master it, put your effort into it, and make it happen. And then you can be proud of yourself and escape all of that craziness that's in your life and get that joy back there. That's what you need. You need that joy. So the busyness is not just busyness for the sake of busyness. Let me tell you what doesn't work in terms of busyness. What doesn't work is going to the mall. Sure, it'll work every once in a while. If you need to go to the mall just to get a break, do that. But if your thing every week is to go to the mall, you're going to have another anxiety issue because you're going to be spending a lot of money. Okay, don't do that. That is not helpful. You don't want to just do something randomly. You should have a purpose behind. I know I'm repeating the word purpose a lot, but I'm just trying to get it across that sometimes people, when you just say get busy, they can fill their lives with busyness. You can fill up your life with a lot of stuff. But I want you to find something that fills your soul. I want you to find something that makes you want to wake up in the morning and attack the day. I want you to really like get out there and like have this desire to grow and live again, because that's kind of what you are missing with the anxiety and the depression. That's wind in the hair. That's where it gets to where it feels crushing, to where it feels like you can't deal with it anymore, is when you feel like everything is just down, that whole cloud over the head feeling. We want to blow past that. the wind. We really want to find something that lights your fire, that makes you want to start your day. That's what you're looking for. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, I've been looking for that for years. Well, you don't know unless you try one of those things. All those things that you, like I said, always said you wanted to do but have never tried, do it. Do it. Find that friend like me, because everybody has that friend like me that is like, let's do it, let's make it happen. And get that friend and say, so I've been thinking about taking a violin lesson. And this is what happens to me a lot. My sister's like this. She's like, you know, I was thinking about taking an adult ballet class. And I'm like, great, let's take adult ballet. We end up taking an adult ballet class. And then she's like, hey, we should like go get our real estate license. I'm like, great, I can't wait to get my real estate license. Go get my real estate license. She always talks me into doing random stuff. I don't know why, but we do it. We keep trying different stuff, and you never know what's going to be your thing. You never know. So anyway, get busy. Get busy. You're not going to feel like it at first, but get busy. Find something that's purposeful and productive, and that will help you come on up out of that anxiety and depression. Again, I'm not saying it's the solution. None of these are the solution. There's no solution. These are just things that were helpful to me. Like I said, for me, my blog and YouTube, super helpful. Super helpful. You guys give me a reason to get up every day and put on makeup, because I never put on makeup, but it's like I gotta put on makeup for the video because y'all can't see. I mean, I don't do it all the time, let's be real. But but there are days and I think I really gotta put the extra effort in, and this is one of them. So, and there's a plane. So here it is. Find your purpose. Get busy. Enjoy life. Kiss all that anxiety and depression goodbye. It'll help it anyway. So anyway, this is week 5. I have one more week. Then we are all done with the anxiety and depression series, and I hope that these 5 weeks have been helpful and encouraging to you. If they have been, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. It's down here below. It's how you like these videos. And go ahead and comment below if so far, if any of them have helped you. If you have any advice on how someone can get busy, put that also in the comments, because people are coming here and looking for advice. The comments are the place to check because there's so many great ideas. Tell people how they can get busy and how things that they do actively, productively can help and encourage them to get out of their anxiety and depression. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and we'll come back next week. We will be talking about setting your mind on good things. All right, so you guys have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm really glad you came to visit us here at the Fundamental Home. Make sure if you enjoyed this video that you click the like button, and also click subscribe right below me for more videos coming into your inbox all the time. And also, if you enjoy social media, we've got links up at the top here for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all the other fun things. And check out thefundamentalhome.com for more information about what we're doing all the time and how we do it, because there's way more details there. And here over to the right, we have some videos that I recommend. So thanks again for coming by, and we'll see you next time. Bye.